because OBS is stupid.
Yeah, been hearing stuff about that.
And we're back. All right.
Fantastic, Dad.
All right, cool. All right, so now I can mute that so we don't get it playing through again. And, all right, let's see. Broadcasting on Dementia Radio now and recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Funny Music Podcast. Luke Ski will be joining us momentarily. He's running late, so we figured we'd start without him. By we, I mean me and Chris Mezzolesta. Hi, Chris.
I'm not Luke Ski, but I will be if you like.
No,
I
you're not.
Be. Okay, well,
Please don't. One Luke is enough. Larry Tritel was not able to make it tonight, and we were not able to schedule a pre-recorded interview with him, so we will just talk about him behind his back when the song comes up, like we always do. So, welcome to episode 585 of the Funny Music Podcast for September 2nd, 2021. That's a sticky mutation. That's the name of this week's episode. Try to work it into our conversation this week. And there's a Luke. Hi, Luke. Luke's in his car with a mask on. Oh, no, it's not a mask. It's just...
No, it's just the sun.
The sun's going right across the bottom of your face. It looks like you're wearing a mask in the thumbnail. So,
our tribute to Kenny McCormick.
Yep. So Luke's driving, but he can tell us what he's been up to. Hi, Luke. What you been up to? Oh, wait. I got to do the thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
Oh, he's right.
All right, go ahead.
I basically have been, working my job, and then I had 2 days off, and I made this to-do list of, my post-FuMPFest to-do list of things I should get cracking on working on that I was all gung-ho to work on, and then I basically spent most of that 2 days off, sleeping and lounging and not doing things. I'm trying to think of things I actually did do.
I've been doing a lot of that myself.
Yeah. Carrie and I got on Zoom and finished, we had everything recorded for a bad rapport before FuMPFest, but, without me having done the What's Luke Plugging Now segment yet. So she said, well, why don't we just record, together What's Luke Plugging Now, and then that'll be the end segment of the show. So we did that the other day. So since it's two of us talking back and forth, it may be, the longest version of What's Luke Plugging Now ever. I may even need to put a music break in the middle of it. I'll have to see when I actually start assembling the thing. Yeah. So, and I also went out to see the movie Free Guy last night, and that was a fun movie. So,
oh, was it? I wanted to see that. I haven't had a chance to yet, but I did want to see that.
Yeah, it's good. And tonight, after the podcast, I'm going to go to drive out to another neck of LA and meet up with Tony and our friend Morgan, and we're going to go see Shang-Chi tonight. So that's cool. But yeah, that's about all I've been up to. Although I have decided I'm going to do my best to do at least one drawing per day and then post it on my social media. For both for fun and also because it'll probably make my social media seem much more like I'm an artist looking for work if every day I have a new drawing up there of some kind. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes. So what have you been doing?
A lot of post-convention depression, a lot of not doing a whole lot of stuff. I've been, I had a bunch of FuMPFest stuff to wrap up, and still have a little bit to do. I'm still waiting on the final numbers from Doornail for Table 27 and whatnot. And then I think that's the last thing I have to do. But I started working on the video for the FuMP Volume 88, which is going to be one of my patented behind-the-scenes FuMPFest videos that I shot while I was there. It's mostly just a couple of quick, selfie videos of, hey, this is before the con we're setting up, and hey, we just did Friday night and it wasn't a total disaster type thing. And then in between with, short clips of the various performers and panels and stuff. So the video came out pretty cool. It came out to about 17 minutes long or something like that. I may go back and tweak it a little bit, but I think it's pretty good. And that's about it. I've been trying to get back to working on my recording booth over there. I actually bought primer and paint for it. I just haven't actually done the priming or painting yet. But I was helping out my wife upstairs with the shelves, which, for those of you who are friends with my wife on Facebook, may have just seen that she posted the finished product of the shelves that are now built into the wall in the office upstairs. They look really nice. She did a really good job with it. So now that that's done, hopefully I can work on my thing and get my thing done, and then we can get the house back together, because holy crap, it's a mess. So Chris, what have you been up to? How was your FuMPFest?
Oh my lord, I tell you, triumphant from every possible angle. Many wonderful things went on the whole time, even before FuMPFest, because there was beef, beef. Portillo's Italian beef. But even with all that, as little sleep as I got over the weekend, it just didn't seem to matter, because it was so triumphantly epic. For many reasons. I'm glad to be. Talked with my therapist about this just today. As a matter of fact, I just felt really validated to have been welcomed back so warmly or bigly by everybody, and stuff like that. And of course, what else can you say about hanging with Dr. Demento? And then on top of that, hanging with Sulu and Beefalo Bill and everybody else that was there and hanging around all
By the way,
weekend.
that little selfie video that you recorded with Dr. Demento after, I think he got off stage from his Festival of Dementia, I think it was.
Yes.
That's in the middle of the video.
Oh, good. I was just going to ask you, should I send you that? And then I forgot I already did.
You did,
so,
yes.
Yeah, because I've already offloaded it to the my backup computer thing. But, I mean, everybody brought an A game. Other than the tiniest bit of technical difficulties that we have, that we had, and that's going to happen from time to time.
Yeah.
I mean, so what? But everybody brought their A game. I thought you and I were both going to shit our pants during Bill Larkin's set.
Oh God, I thought you were gonna pass out. I mean, oh my God, that was so funny.
It was beyond incredible, and the pictures, the photos that Janny's sister Tina took throughout the weekend. She got so many of him doing that grandpa tune that you look at these pictures out of guess the context, and you go, "What in the hell is going on with this guy?" They're phenomenal. If you haven't seen them, but it's really something else. So
and the funniest thing for us was it was you, me, and Ian behind the curtain, and we hear the audience is laughing hysterically, and then we hear this squeaking coming from the audience, and Ian goes, "That's Sarah."
Yeah, I had a direct shot of Sarah and Schubach just losing it watching that song.
There was a lot of amazeballs over the weekend, and it's amazing. Just a year of waiting, or 2 years for pretty much 2 years of waiting. Is this going to happen? This was such a big deal, and a lot could have happened in that period of time, and miraculously didn't. No hitches that I'm aware of.
No, nothing major. I mean, you mentioned the microphone issue we had, the stream issue we had on Saturday morning. I couldn't get the stream working before the State of the FuMP panel, but I managed to get it working 10 or 15 minutes into Nuclear Bubble Wrap's set, so I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. Yeah, I mean,
I apparently have a corrupted sound file, of one of Carrie's songs.
Oh yeah. The issue of playing back, the songs, Carrie's thing. I mean, stuff like that happens. Like I remember in 2016 when Dino Mike was on stage, and all of a sudden his computer blue screened.
Right.
There's nothing you can do, because it's just it worked before, it doesn't work now, and there's no reason for it.
And then it's like, thank you.
Yep.
Good night, Thank you for coming. Tip your wait staff just not too far over.
I wanted to tell Chris something that he may not have noticed. On Sunday, Carrie being, the mom and such, and can't always, be there for all the things. But she came down, she was wearing a T-shirt, like, ordered directly from Four Seasons Landscaping Company. And I was like, oh, man, if only she'd been down here during the Fiesta Resistance.
Right.
Or, like, get a picture with you guys.
Hey,
like,
Rudy, where's Rudy? Rudy, he's not here. He must be someplace else. It's great. He's at the place. Yeah, Four Seasons, Frankie Valley, Silicon Valley liberals. Or whatever. Yeah, there was a lot of awesome. To use a '90s or early O's, the awesome sauce, or whenever the heck that's from, 07, 05, I don't know what. But from my standpoint, it couldn't have been a more miraculous and wonderful weekend. And to be honest, I found that I had to rush back to Texas. I was going to take my old sweet time, hang out Monday, drive part of Monday, stay someplace, and come back on Tuesday. Fine, no problem. Well, I find out that my daughter and granddaughter were flying in from San Diego on Wednesday, so it's like, oh, okay, well, I got to get home. I'm going to have stuff to do on Tuesday. I kind of got to get home. So even though I didn't leave stupid early, on Monday, I think I finally left Wheeling about 9 a.m. I drove straight through, booked it. Unbelievable. It took me 18 and a half hours coming up with some rest breaks and a meal break and this and that. I made it from the North Coast to the South Coast in 15 hours.
Wow.
I was like, I got in here at literally midnight on the dot Monday night. And I was like, well, woo! Zoop. So I must have been on something. I think it was FuMPFest and dementia, So it was really pretty amazing. So, yeah, fantastic time all around. And thanks to everybody that came out and who supported it and, everything. Really, again, I'm still a little mystified. Probably COVID, but I don't know. I'm still a little mystified that with as many people we have in the Dr. Demento Facebook group, that there weren't, scads and scads of hundreds and hundreds of people. But those that were there wanted to be there, and it really showed. It really, really showed. There was such good vibes the whole weekend, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I miss you.
Absolutely.
I miss you, nut jobs.
Hey, nut job! Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, with events like that, it's like there's 200 people there. You personally know 175 of them, and at best you get quality hangout time with like 2.5 of them over the course of the weekend.
Well, that's because we're working the convention. We're doing things to make the event work. We can't just. I can't just like go out into the audience and hang for 15 minutes with people. I mean, I do that, but I'm watching the performers. I can't just like go sit with Shoebox and chat while there's a performer on stage. So, so Chris, you posted a song.
Somebody did. It wasn't me, but somebody did.
Well, that's right. Spaff actually posted the song, but you worked on it. You're the only one who worked on it who is here, because Spaff worked on it. Bob Emmett worked on it.
Indeed. Yeah, it's yes, we're doing our impression of Walmart, evidently, just because that was the one that happened, I guess, to be in his queue and seemed to be just the right place at the right time for the song. So I know we have a number of people in the community that, how dare you put a Christmas song out before Thanksgiving? But hey, listen, not free enough for you. What can I say? But I know we've got the Christmas stuff out a little bit early. It's the newest one from the north side of the pole. It's Moneyshot, Cosmonauts, and this is part 3. It's a parody of Money, and it's called Frosty.
There it is.
Happy. 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 Happy.
Soul, corn cob pot, big button nose and eyes of coal. Frosty, so we're told. Only snow, don't buy that, the children know. It's no fairy tale, 'cause that day he came to life, shocked the occult freaks. Frosty, cool cat, said all you brats, keep your hands off of my hat. Frosty pitched a fit. Don't give me that old Santa Claus bullshit. I'm an American Idol-sized film star, better than y'all with one big set of snowballs. Flashed his white ass, then stole the keys to my truck. Frosty, so they say. Tried Arnold's threat, I'll be back someday. But we threw him on the porch and grabbed blow torches. We melted him away.
I could not stand the snowman. The snowman was creepy. 2 little lumps of coal. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a real bad thing. Happy birthday!
Had to wait till that happy birthday came in at the end.
Oh, well then, Happy New Year instead!
So Wildcard in the chat wants to know when we're going to get parts 1 and 7 to complete the set.
Whenever we get around to recording them, should be before 2036, I think. No, actually, that's interesting because Spaff has actually been approached by somebody in the music trade about putting this album out on vinyl, perhaps. Probably by next Christmas, so that actually gives us an impetus to get going on it and actually finish it. Although I don't know about part 7. I'm only aware of up to part 6 because that's the Eclipse section, which we've already done, which was the first one that we did years ago, like 11 or 12 years ago. We've been working on this album more off than on for 11 or 12 years now, so it's like, But it's when Bob has the time to do the music, and I have the time to think about the vocals or whatever music I might contribute to it and things like that. Excuse me. And I also want to, in the same breath, I probably want to answer another question that came in on Twitch. I don't produce the music for these particular parodies, for the Moneyshot Cosmonauts tunes. That's primarily Spaff doing his lyrics and Bob Emmett doing the music. I have contributed more instruments. Rented lips. I've contributed more instruments in recent years to the tracks. It used to be Bob played everything, but I don't know if he was aware at first that I do play, and that I'm not just a comedy singer, if you want to call it that. Mm-hmm. But I do, since he now knows that I play, he's like, okay, I've put down the skeleton of keyboards and some drums, maybe a guitar. Now, if you want to add bass, if you want to add some guitar leads or something like that, or various parts you hear. So now we have maybe a bit of a fuller sound now, because it's Bob and I playing instruments on this. And as far as this project goes, it's pretty much trying to cop as close to the original sound of the record, kind of like Al does with his parodies. Mm-hmm. The right snare drum for Bermuda, or in Bob's case, the right digital drum kit, if you will. So it's a joy working with Bob, even if it is remotely. And I've only met him in person, a couple times, once or twice, I think, in all these years. But he's just great. And Spaff, my God, what can I say about his parodizing, as it were? A lot of fun.
So, Wildcard just linked to part 7 on the AmIRight.com website, where Spaff originally posted the lyrics, and he has part 7 as a parody of another Brick in the Wall called "A Mother Deckin' the Hall." So
I'm not aware of that being part of this project. So
he
has rewritten some of the lyrics from those days on and off. As a matter of fact, I lost the email that he sent that had his revised. I didn't know there were revised lyrics, so I went to AmIRight.com and I sang the original lyrics that were there. And he's like, "This is great, but you sang the old lyrics." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know there were new lyrics. Sorry, send me the new ones." He goes, No, these work better." I'm like, "Great, cool, thank you, fantastic." So it all worked out, really. But no, I don't believe that particular that wall portion is going to be part of. No, this is going to be strictly a Dark Side of the Moon parody, because we've already got the ending. I mean, it was the first one.
Parts 5 and 6 was posted in 2010, back in the day.
2010. Wow. So that's pretty amazing. So we've been on it, we've been off it, but when we come back to it, it's always been like, hey, we're coming back for it. So I think what's left to do, and a couple of the instrumental portions, I don't know how we're going to attack those, like The Great Gig in the Sky. I'm not sure how we would approach that, because there are no lyrics to parody. I do know the very first part, Breathe, we need to do. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen the lyrics to that one yet. I have a number of synthesizer plugins that I'm going around in my head. Spaff said he didn't have anything planned for the next section, for the On the Run section. So I was thinking I would do a strange synthesizer soundscape, sort of like On the Run, and maybe call it On the Sleigh or something like that. So
work in a Jingle Bell, melody or something. Like on this song, in the background, you can hear the Frosty the Snowman theme playing in the music. If you listen closely, kind of, you really have to listen for it, because it's well hidden, but it is in there.
Exactly. That was pretty much the idea. Well, there's an awful lot of saxophone, and then there's an awful lot of guitar. We can keep going on this, but, the parody aspect will get lost in 2.5 minutes of solos. So, Bob is really good at that, too, the music economy, bringing that down to, okay, let's do 8 bars of the Frosty the Snowman thing, and then switch to piano in a minor key for the second for the B section, that kind of thing, and then right back to the Pink Floyd section. So it's nice and compact, it's economical, and I think it's damn funny.
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite of the North Side tracks. I really enjoy this one.
Great, wonderful. Tell Spaff.
I'd tell him himself, but he's not here.
Yeah, he said he couldn't, and I just got his email. He said he couldn't, but he would CC me and Bob. Well, I'm here, so. You know.
Oh yeah, he
Hi,
finally.
Spaz. Hi, Bob.
He just replied.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it is a lot of fun doing either a SPAF project or like a Project Sisyphus thing.
Mm-hmm.
Those don't come around very often, but when Bob does come up with one, I still love the Every Song Sounds Just Like This.
Yes.
And his wife Connie did a great video for it. It's just so much fun. The other people he brings into the mix for those. And then I brought a couple of people in on the North Side project, one of whom she probably has forgotten she's done it, and I'll have to get her a copy of the album when/if, but probably when we put it out. And that's my friend Kiki from Cleveland, who sang on the original Brain Damage Eclipse section that we did in 2010. So she's probably forgotten all about it by now. It's like, you still doing that? I thought you guys were done with that crap by now. No, we're procrastinators of the apocalypse, as it were.
It took us 12 years to put out 6 songs.
Who are you, Fleetwood Mac? That's crazy. Where'd Luke go? There he is. Okay.
Luke is here. Hi, Luke.
Okay.
Hi.
Timing. That's it. Yes. But yeah, it's always fun to do one of these. Especially, it helps to do the parody when you know the tune back and forth. Bob had already done a bass track, but he says, if you want to play bass on it, please do. I'm like, great, because, bass is my main instrument. And I added the picked guitar. Down. So I added that. He took care of everything. He did the slashed guitar chords. And he did that. And I don't know if he did it on a guitar or a keyboard, but he did that. Be David Gilmour. No. Anyway, that was a Caddyshack reference for you youngins.
I remember the first time I heard the original song on the radio. I'm listening to it, and I'm like something's off, and I'm like, what the hell time signature is this in? And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it took me a minute to get the counting right. I finally figured it out, but yeah, that was a weird one.
There aren't a whole heck of a lot of pop tunes in 7/4.
No.
In fact, that's probably one of the very few. I'm thinking right quickly in my head.
Yeah, playing songs with that signature is difficult. I mean, they're trying times.
Yes, they're very
Hashtag 7/4.
Somebody sold a mask of that last year that had the time signatures, and I think 7/4 was one of them, and then there was 9/16 or something like that, and it said these are very trying times.
Actually, I can think of another one. Maybe not a hit single, but a well-known tune that's in 7/4, and that's Salisbury Hill. Peter Gabriel. That's in 7.
Don't know the name off the top of my head. I probably recognize it if I heard it, but I don't know the title. Oh, okay, yeah.
And come to be honest with you, most of All You Need Is Love by the Beatles is in 7/4.
Mm-hmm.
So, go figure.
Yeah.
It's not that far out. It's just far out enough, man. But they made it. Floyd made it really angular with the line that they wrote, the bass line and everything, and then the way the lyrics don't really float over that 7/4. So it's tricky, but yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. So it's always fun to do, doing those parodies with those guys, whether they're parodies or they have been parodies, haven't they? They've pretty much all been parodies, except for.
Spaff and Bob pretty much are exclusive to parodies for the most part.
Yeah. Like Every Song Sounds Just Like This was an original. That was a Project Sisyphus, and so that was a little bit different.
Parody.
Well, it was a song about how it's so close to other songs. How there's so many elements of. Every pop song seems to sound like.
Oh, you're right.
Here we go.
No, it doesn't. Well, at least it doesn't say that it's a parody, but I thought it.
Right.
I thought it was. Maybe I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of All the Same by Dino Mike, which is a similar idea.
Yeah, a lot of fun doing it. Glad to be back on Le FuMP, and who knows what'll come next? But I'll say this officially, although nothing's etched in stone, of course. But maybe look out for an actual, honest to God, release of The North Side of the Pole by Moneyshot Cosmonauts in
sometime in the next 12 years.
Yeah, Christmas 2086. Or 22 even, so you never know. The further away from 2020 we get, the better I think things are going to get.
Yep. Yeah. I'm all with you. Even 2019. The further we get away from 2019, the better things
absolutely. Are. Crazy stuff. I love it.
All right. So, anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, gee whiz. Well, it's sort of a corollary. It's not really related to the FuMP or to this song, but I think it's pretty darn cool, and I can try to condense it as quickly as I can. It's sort of a, Chris, what's been going on in your life the last week? And that's that the producers of a Bonzo Dog Band box set that is coming out in the near future. One of the packages I received when I got home from FuMPFest last Monday night was a rare acetate from the studio in the 1960s of the Bonzos. One side was an alternate mix of a song on their first album, but the other side was a completely different demo recording made in, I guess, the manager's office or the publisher's office, I don't know, of one of the songs on their first album. A completely demo rehearsal run-through kind of thing. It's never been heard. How I was lucky enough to end up with it, So I started to get contacted by these people who are doing this box set of the Bonzos, this big retrospective, and they asked, can you put that on a computer and send it to us so we can restore the vinyl? Yeah! So I ended up contributing a number of tracks from my collection to this upcoming box set that's going to be coming out, maybe next year or something like that. So I'm like, whoa!
That's
Can you
awesome.
take pictures of the labels and some of your rare Bonzo items, a 45 from India or some, that kind of thing. So I've been sending these guys, and I found out the guy who's doing the audio restoration is Andrew Sandoval, who has been doing all this work for the Monkees for the last 20, 25 years, wrote the book on the Monkees that has been huge. The Monkees, a manufactured image, and has done all the work for Rhino with all the Monkey stuff. So I've been emailing back and forth with him. Can you send me this? Great, thanks. Can you do that? So it's been oh my God, I'm going to contribute. I'm going to be part of this Bonzo Dog Band box set.
That's awesome.
I mean, wow. So my name's going to be in the booklet, and my photos are going to be, and my transfers are going to be on the thing.
And I'm going to get a free copy, too. Oh, boy.
But
that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters.
I would have shelled out for it. Believe me, I would have shelled out for it. So that's, that's kind of what's going on. And for those who aren't connected with me on Facebook, grandson, okay. I gotta.
Yay.
I have a little guy, and so and his name is almost his name. It's Luca, but with a CA. So that's what it is. So not to be confused with a Suzanne Vega tune, right?
Like the Pixar film.
Depends on which floor he's living on.
Yeah. So that's what's going on in Saladland. Basically, I'm trying my darndest to get back to have a chunk of time that I can record Power Salad music. I'm hopeful that in the next few days I can clear my decks enough that I can do some of Craig's work now and lyrics and stuff and get a new song up on the FuMP. So I'm knocking on wood. See wood? See what I'm doing here? Wood. I said wood. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome.
So otherwise, it's powersalad.bandcamp.com and thetambourinepeople.com. Yay! For my Sunshine Pop project. That is, now the test pressings have been approved, and it's just waiting for the records to come. So, and the CDs, by the way, which for those of you watching, Devo has done my CD manufacturing for me, and they are beautiful. I don't have one handy to show you, but they are.
I don't either.
Beautiful.
I think I kept one. I don't know where it is. It's around somewhere.
I could run to the kitchen and get it, but that would take time, and you'd see my underwear, and that's not
okay.
fun. So you don't want to do that. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the cast. I'll just sit here and drink my water.
Okay, let's do some news.
This is the FuMP.
Only people with too much time on their hands do jury duty.
Only people who got no significant plans do jury duty. I got places to go and people to see, not stuck with some upright citizenry. It might do it for you, but it doesn't for me, not jury duty.
Don't wanna brush my teeth, don't wanna brush my hair, just wanna watch TV
in my Minecraft underwear.
Don't wanna clean my room, don't wanna.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. THEFUMP.com.
Without guilt or shame, don't hate the player,
hate the video game.
Don't wanna take my pants, don't wanna pull on the shirt. I don't wanna eat dinner, I just want dessert.
Yelling from the portal in my dryer where all the socks go. There's a hole in space at the back of my dryer. Travels to some place with a piece of my attire, and the situation has grown pretty dire. I'm about to run out of socks.
FuMP.
Time for funny music news. Something, something, something.
In the news, escape from the secret lab in space is still happening. The GoFundMe is still going. It's up to $1,750 of their $2,112.17 goal. And I just realized that the three of you are on the little thumbnail screen up here and shouldn't be. Why? How do I get rid of you? Can I just move? Oh, let's move you off. There we go. All right. All right. Quincy, Massachusetts has renamed a street to Red Peters Boulevard. Red wants to thank the city of Quincy, Massachusetts for renaming the street where he was born and grew up. He's honored to be recognized along with his fellow and past Quincy citizens, Lee Remick, Ruth Gordon, Bill Dana, Presidents John and John Quincy Adams, Chance Langton, Stephen Driscoll, and Tommy Caney, and is happy to represent the fine city he loves. So, very cool. Congratulations, Red. The Knuckleheadz have a new T-shirt that I believe they're taking pre-orders for now. I'm not sure if it's available at the moment or not. It has a Knuckleheadz logo on the front and "Don't PP in your pants" on the back, and it's available to order at knuckleheadz.bandcamp.com. That's Knuckleheadz with a Z. .bandcamp.com. So check that out. And speaking of the Knuckleheadz, we at the FuMP are helping them film their video for Pete in My Pants, and we are looking for footage of people doing the pee-pee dance. You know, hold your crotch, bounce up and down, that type of thing. So film yourself and get it sent in by September 10th. And if you notice, the newsletter, I believe, said October. That was my fault because I originally wrote October. I meant September. The deadline is September 10th to get your PP dance videos in. And the August FuMP newsletter went out the other day, featuring bits on the Logan Award winners, the FuMPFest wrap-up, new releases, videos, and more. If you didn't see it, you can view it online at tiny.cc/FuMP0821 for August of 2021. All right, anybody got anything else before tour dates?
Nope.
All right. Nope. Tour dates. On Tuesdays, online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On Thursdays, online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel. On the 2nd through the 6th in Atlanta, Georgia, this is Dragon Con. The Brobdingnagian Bards, the Gothsicles, Mikey Mason, and Mark Gunn all have concerts throughout the weekend. On the 3rd in Santa Rosa, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 3rd in Ewing, New Jersey, Larry Tritel. On the 4th in San Jose, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 7th in Rohnert Park, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. The 8th through the 11th in Elgin, Illinois, Captain Ambivalent. On the 10th online, Carla Ulbrich, and the 10th through the 12th in Muncie, Indiana, Mikey Mason. And birthdays. Coming up tomorrow, Xander Jeanneret of the Library Bards. Happy birthday, Xander.
Hey, Library Bards.
All right. I mentioned Larry Tritel and a couple of those tour dates. The second song this week is by Larry Tritel. He wasn't able to make it live, and we were not able to schedule an interview with him, unfortunately. But here is his song, Wet Fart.
Wet fart, the messiest type. Wet fart, it's gonna be hard to wipe. I was just passing gas from the hole in my ass when a shit bomb went off in my shorts. Oh no, it's a fart that is wet. Every time that happens I get very upset. Oh no, it's a big number 2. Oh, what the hell am I gonna do? Wet fart from the burritos, I guess. Wet fart, what an odorous mess. You all can relate to when you flatulate, and whoops, out comes a river of poo. Oh no, it's a fart that is wet. Every time that happens I get very upset. Oh no, it's a big number 2. Oh, what the hell am I gonna do? Wet fart, the messiest type. Wet fart, it's gonna be hard to wipe. I was just passing gas from the hole in my ass when a shit bomb went off in my shorts.
Unmute. Okay. Funny story about this song. Larry submitted this song for consideration, and somebody in the FuMP voted it as 0. And I don't know who it was. I could look it up, but I don't care to. And I voted on the song, and the song made me laugh, so I gave it a passing grade. And then nobody else voted, which means it gets to the end of the voting period and bounces back to me to decide whether or not to post the song. And I was like, I was like, you know what? It made me laugh. Screw you guys for not voting. I'm posting it. That'll teach you to not vote on songs.
Even if you have to give it a 0.
Or it'll teach you that your vote matters not at all.
Right.
Oh, sure. You know, forget a pirate shanty parody that almost makes it, but a song about blah gets pushed through. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Man. All right. What do we do?
Am I on? Yeah, I'm on.
The thing with the... All right. Feedback.
Laven?
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now?
Feedback.
Feedback.
Feedback. Eclectic Lee wrote, I'm going to ask the possibly impolite question. Devo, feel free not to answer it. What would the approximate cost have been per attendee to make FuMPFest 2021 break even? I don't know yet. As I said, I'm waiting to get the final numbers and money from Dornail, and once I do, I'll be able to figure that out. But I don't know yet. And that's it. So I'm sorry I can't answer that question at the moment. But that's all the feedback we got.
Big corporate sponsors.
Yep. Actually, big corporate sponsors. But the sponsors we had this year brought in over $1,000, so that was a big help. We had a lot of sponsors this year.
Thank you, sponsors.
Thank you, sponsors.
Yes.
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job.
Yeah. Teasing. Tomorrow's song is by Lauren Mayer. Yay. And Tuesday's song is not yet posted, and I haven't made either version of the soundbite yet, so I will at some point, and when I get around to it. Next week's Spotify playlist topic is dogs.
Oh my God!
Yep, that's on there. All right, Chris, plug yourself one more time.
Oh, okay. I mean, powersalad.bandcamp.com or thetambourinepeople.com. Hey.
And Larry Tritel is at larrytritel.com. And that's about it. Luke, you got anything to plug?
I will mention, if Kevin Eldridge is out there listening, this Sunday's, or is it this Sunday or is it the following Sunday? Let me check before I speak too soon. Today's the 2nd. So yeah, this Sunday's new episode of Kyle and Luke Talk About Tunes features an extended interview with a person who has been involved with various animated things and various awesome pop culture things, a man by the name of Robbie Wrist.
Nice.
So yeah, everyone has that to look forward to.
Don't call him Oliver.
Actually, he quite owns it. It's great. So.
Does he really? Okay, well,
Yeah.
he's cool with it, then that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, we recorded for about an hour talking about one of the goofy preview specials that he was actually in as a part of the Show Kid video, and then we interviewed him, and that lasted about 2 hours. So, but it's all fun.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Lutski.
And I'm some guy in Texas.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, shout it to random people on the street, and be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
I have too many crushes on TikTok of cosplayers. Not funny, just factual.